Wake up with Global Morning, your daily guide to what's happening and making the rounds.
We delve into headlines, newspaper reviews, spot-on analysis, policies, current events, real talk, real issues that affect us all.
From the latest trends to the debates, every topic, every angle, Global Morning is where it all starts.
Global Morning,
For the latest issues,
always on point.
watch Global Morning Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. on Global Television.
All right, thank you everyone for staying with us. Let's get right into it. The state of Nigerian politics today, especially as it has to do with the rat race now, as some persons have called it. All right, but from the opposition end of things, it will appear that the dynamics have changed radically, whether you are looking at the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, or even the new bride, as it seems to be, the African Democratic Congress. What exactly is happening with the opposition as it stands today? Do we have an opposition that is virile, that is, you can say, well, a viable special purpose vehicle that can put up a strong, formidable fight against the APC, politically speaking, as it's leads to 2027 general election. This morning, we're joined by a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party who doubles as a political analyst, Chief Warmate Daboikiabo, to help us straighten out this conversation. We'd like to say a big thank you to you, Chief, for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Good to see you again. All right, let's begin. First things first. As it stands today, we've seen the fight between Governor Makinde and, of course, I don't want to call him your former man, talking about Wike, Minister of the FCT. Okay. But as I say, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. Yes. How much suffering is the PDP undergoing right now?
To be frank, the PDP is going through a lot of suffering, to be honest, because if you notice what happened with the Ekiti State governorship candidate of PDP and what is happening with the FCT, we have that challenge as a result of this interest wrangling within the FCT minister and some other persons like Bala Mohammed and Sheikh Makinde. So the party has suffered a lot. You saw how many of our governors, leaders, members decamped and left the party. It's as a result of this scrambling between these two groups, and the party has suffered a lot. And none of them can come up today and claim that they are not part of those that instigate the decline of PDP, the fortune of the decline of PDP as we speak today. Neither will Bala Mohammed or Sheikh Makinde, because the picture they paint is the FCT minister, Wike. No, either some of these people have contributed by as a result of APC support, some their own ambition, some also because of their interest, like Bala Mohammed ambition, Sheikh Makinde ambition, and as it has been alleged, the FCT minister is being pushed by, is given the assignment by the APC to make sure that the PDP does not, get itself to you after the 2027 election. So all these issues are bedeviling the party, and the members are suffering a lot as we speak today, because it has become a serious challenge. Today as we speak, it can be said we don't have, ESCOs. Because looking at the mainstream PDP, that is the Turaki PDP, the convention, as I said in a sister platform, that in the eyes of the law, the convention was not held. And reason being is that they got a court order from Oyo State. Meanwhile, there is two court judgments, federal high court judgment, They disobeyed and went for that. And also, INEC raised an issue following the Constitution that the State High Court does not have jurisdiction.
Right.
And as a result of that, the judge that gave the order for the convention to be held excluded INEC on the list. What does that tell you? So, on that ground, it is very clear that the convention, in the eyes of the convention, in the eyes of the law, the convention was not held. But also, if you look at the Wike group, they cannot say to have constituted a proper caretaker committee at the national. Because, number one, the mainstream PDP suspended 3 members that went together and get some rally land and got some people and said they suspended the dead chairman.
Right.
No, there's no way. Our constitution is clear. Section 29 of our PDP constitution, subsection 3, is clear. Is 2/3 members of the NWC that can suspend. And the mainstream PDP, which was led by Ambassador Damagu, suspended. They were 13. Some people are saying 14. I disagree. They are 13 because following the judgment in Ebonyi State, Chief Ali Odefa is no longer a PDP member. But people like Shey Makinde, Bala Mohammed are still recognizing him and allowing him to preside as the national vice chairman, Southeast, which is wrong. So if you look at the both sides, they are all aberration. That you recognize somebody that a federal high court has declared that it's not just has not removed him from the office alone, but has declared him not a member of PDP to still remain an NWC member.
And that judgment was not appealed.
It was appealed. And he's attending all the meetings of the NWC. So what happens with the Anyanwu group is like a pushback. We will not accept what you are doing. So that is what is today the PDP is suffering.
Will the PDP survive this storm? Because when it started, some of your even high-ranking members said it was just a storm in a teacup. But today we are saying that this is a storm that is blowing away all the structures on the ground. Will the PDP ever survive this? Or are we now looking at the PDP that will, where you have individuals who end up in the APC, ADC, and Labour Party at some point?
The truth means that nobody can destroy the PDP. Yes, we are having challenge. We've had challenge like this before. But in this case, then we're able to reorganize ourselves. In this case, we know that there is, just like you rightly said, 2 elephants are fighting. And both sides are wrong. The Bala Mohammed group cannot claim to assume that they are right. The Anyanwu group, constitutionally, their tenure has expired, and they are not the main PDP to have constituted caretaker committee, national caretaker committee, and also setting up caretaker committees at the state level. And that's why I disagree with them. And also the Shey Makinde group, because you recognize somebody the court has removed. The convention did not go in line with. They follow the procedure, they notify INEC, good and fine. But a federal high court has given judgment, 2 judgments, substituting judgment. You went and picked an order. Today you've seen that do you know that if the Shey Makinde group has gone to federal high court, Ibadan, to request that INEC recognize the convention? The matter is still there. So if you look at it, what is affecting PDP is the strongman factor. This strong man wants destruction. This strong man wants destruction. That is what is bedeviling PDP. And we have been speaking against this strong man factor and said, no, let the party is the People's Democratic Party. Let the people own the party. But, they are the one in charge of even the policy making. So to amend the party constitution to ensure that the members are the ones in charge is difficult. They only amend it to protect their interests. So that is the major challenge we are having in the PDP today. Like I'll tell you, for example, the national chairman, the deputy national chairman, is from Bayelsa State. He was the national financial secretary, and it ought to be zoned to Rivers State. But because his governor at the time is the only, not the only governor, but was the chairman of the zoning committee.
Okay, at that time.
At that time, he gave it to his person. So as a Rivers person, my own state slot is given to Bayelsa person. I will not feel happy.
Right.
So there's a lot of irregularities that need to be corrected within the PDP. So the, what is it called, the Traki group, which is the main PDP, I must clear that, should not be excited because there are a lot of things that needs to be corrected within their group. Then that of the IR group, I don't see it because it just, I see it as a pushback. They cannot claim to be legitimate national, what is it called, a caretaker committee. Even though the court gives judgment today, because I've said in the eyes of the law, the convention does not exist.
Right.
But if those that took the party to court and secured that judgment at the Federal High Court did not conclude, follow the internal mechanism of conflict resolution, that means in the eyes of the law, the convention is valid. But if that is not done, then in the eyes of the law, the convention is invalid. So that is the situation we are today as it is. And that's why you see a lot of people that have ambition are scared to remain. They just, port in other parties to see how they can use it as a special purpose vehicle to achieve their aim, which is to contest on one position or the other. So that is the challenge we have today as a party.
But the FCT minister, Wike, has said that even when you defect to another party, it doesn't guarantee you a second term of re-election. Now, talking about the PDP now, do you think the FCT minister, as people say, is part of the problems or challenges of the PDP, even when he has come out to say he's a card-carrying member? Do you see him defecting in the upcoming election?
Well, I cannot, only him can answer if he's going to defect. But if he said...
But do you see the signs? Because he's so loyal to this present administration.
Yeah, if you say that he's going to defect, I think only him can tell if he's going to defect to APC or not. Because he claims that he's working for the president and not the party.
Not the party.
That has been his statement. And for the other question that if he's... Yes, even the blind can see that he is part of the problem of PDP. There is no two ways about it. The FCT minister is part of the himself knows that. So that one is clear. And that is one of the reasons why we are facing this challenge as we speak today.
So would you say it's vendetta? I mean, it's just a follow-up to Jumai's question. Is Mr. Wike on a vendetta mission? Like he has an axe to grind with some big wigs in the PDP, so this is more like a payback?
Yes, it looks like that when you see some of the actions it takes and all the rest. That is the impression a lot of people have. That some have even alleged that it's as a result of the fact that he lost the primary to Atiku. Some have said he has not, come out of that bitterness that he lost to Atiku, and that's why he's acting like this. He wants to, make sure that PDP is gone. And some are saying that he wants to show that without him, PDP will not exist, which is very much impossible because we've had stronger people than himself. And I must say this clearly. You see, why some of these strong men succeed is because of the greed of other leaders. That is the major issue because they cannot see dollar Benjamin and say no to it and follow the truth. So that is why we're in this issue. Most of PDP leaders had this challenge because if you watch, the FCT minister will come up and accuse them, and if they are clean, they would have come on. Are you the first to fund the party? They would have come up to challenge him. People who established this party, they funded the party. But you notice that most of them must have committed themselves to him and without delivering. So that's why you see him come with all, boldness saying that no, this, and be accusing them. Because our leaders, the greed in our leaders has made them not to be able to, has made them lose their voice. That is the thing. Otherwise, if I know that I'm clean and he's accusing me, I'll tell him, my friend, you can't do that. This party, before you train the party, people had meetings, people sponsor those meetings, people fought the party before you came on board. Not that we are downplaying your role, we appreciate it, but that should not give you the impetus to insult leaders, to want to destroy the party. No. But if you look at it, no caution. The lack of discipline at that point, because most of them, they can't say no, as somebody will say, they can't say no to his dollars. And some other people that are throwing dollars within the party, they can't say no. Today, they are the ones that have put us in this mess. Not even those that gave the money, not even the FCT minister, anybody that we had alleged that gave dollar. It's those leaders that accept the dollars, and as a result of that, their eyes are blind to the truth.
I want us to look at something else real quick. We saw the Turaki-led faction of your party pay a visit to former President Goodluck Jonathan the other day. It looks like the PDP, I mean from the Turaki side, is making efforts to say, look, let's do as much fixing as we can, at least before 2027. Does that make much of difference? Even though we know he said, yes, the former president spoke in favor of the PDP, the former president is still a member of the PDP. Some people even say the former president himself has a bit of bad energy towards your party because he says he had been betrayed by the PDP as far as the 2015 general election are concerned.
No, yes, you must give it to the Turaki group that they are trying to make effort to bring the party together, going to see leaders and stuff like that. So you must give it to them. And that of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, yes. And that's why he, as our former military president would say, that's why he stepped aside. He wasn't that active. In fact, it's like he froze his membership with the party because he wasn't attending NEC meeting, wasn't attending BOT meeting, all those meetings, caucus meetings, which is statutorily have the right to attend. He's not attending them and it's not there. So when you look at it, you will see that the president, the former president, is also aggrieved that the party betrayed him. And that's why he stepped aside. So right now, what they are doing is a good move to try to talk to him. Because, let's put it this way, our northern PDP members betrayed him so woefully, openly. You heard the statement of the former governors of the 19 northern states, Babangida Aliyu. All of them. And today, they are regretting. Some of them have, like Senator Dino Melansko, have had the opportunity to apologize to him in an event. So that one is there. And we believe that is why the former president was not active in any of our party activities. I remember even the immediate past NWC made several attempts to reach him, invite him to NEC meeting. He turned it down. So if today I didn't hear it from him, is the present chairman, Honorable Turaki, SAN, that said he spoke favorably about the party. We hope so, that truly he did for the party. That would be a sign of him forgiving the party for the betrayal. Jonathan has the right to say, yes, he was betrayed. He's the only person that can say of the truth that PDP betrayed him, no other person.
Now let's move away from the PDP now. Let's look at the rise of the ADC being a very strong contender when it comes to the ruling party of Nigeria and the Atiku and Peter Obi factor. What's your take on that?
Well, you see, the ADC, before Peter Obi joined, can be referred to as paper tiger. Press briefing, nothing more. They'll give press briefing.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Just attacking the one or two press briefing, that does not make you be on ground. There is no party, even the APC acknowledge the fact that there is no party that has structure and infrastructure like PDP in all both the ruling party and the opposition party in this country. So they have that fear, and that's why you see some people are accusing the FCT minister that they are using him to make sure that PDP does not get itself. Because if PDP gets itself, it will be a big fight for them. Now for the ADC, that is it. But when Peter Obi came into the party, he gave it, just like what happened when he joined the Labour Party. Right. He gave it that, strength, that with his obedient movement, gave it that face and make people begin to see the party as a party that maybe, it seems PDP is having some challenge, maybe can be reckoned with. But they are still watching. In fact, some people yesterday are saying if the ADC does not do the needful, Obi has the opportunity to go back to Labour Party and express his interest, that kind of a thing. Because you see, let's be frank, Atiku should respect the zoning principle. Though not written in our constitution, after all, countries have unwritten constitution. UK operates on written constitution. You mustn't write everything. That is what makes people gentlemen. In those days, when you discuss, you shake hand. That is an agreement, and you respect it. You stand by a word. So the former vice president should respect the unwritten constitution. Let me put it that way, of our country, which has given us the opportunity to have a peaceful political environment, that the North 8 years, the South 8 years. You want to, he told somebody, a senior citizen of this country, was telling me yesterday that Atiku told Jonathan to his face that I will not support you because you are not from the North and it's the turn of the North, before he walked out of that venue in 2014, the PDP convention. Right. And today, following the pulse of the nation, following the arrangement of written constitution, is the turn of the South to complete the remaining 4 years starting from 2027. And you still want to contest. Why are you distorting this peaceful arrangement?
Do you think Atiku is desperate?
You don't need to. Even the blind can see he's desperate. Otherwise, what will make you? If Atiku had been patient, I'm telling you, he would have been president. But with this level of desperation and trying to distort the unwritten, so to speak, constitution and the pulse of the nation, no, now it won't work. It can't be at 80. No, it won't. Nigeria is not Cameroon.
Interesting. But I need to ask you this real quick. Yes, Obi has moved to the ADC. He has brought again that verve into the APC. I mean, the ADC, as he did with the Labour Party in 2022. But then it's interesting that just yesterday, barely 24 hours ago, a court has ruled now that, look, the leadership of the Labour Party has now been handed over to Senator, Nandi led committee, Critical Committee, that is. But you're now wondering, does it leave a guy like Peter Obi in between? I mean, now saying that I've already settled, I'm trying to settle into the ADC. It looks like where I'm coming from is getting better. Should I go back there? That's on the one hand. On the other hand, the Labour Party has become a brand of some kind within Nigeria's polity as it stands today. What does this mean for not just Obi, but for the opposition front, especially now that your PDP, for example, doesn't seem to have its 2 feet on the ground?
No, you see, a big group within the APC, the Labour Party were part of those, that Obi was part of those that said that the Nanadi Usman, former Minister of Finance, should take over as caretaker. Even following the constitution, the tenure of Abure has expired, but he insisted and went ahead. Even after the convention, the Supreme Court has made pronouncement that it's internal affairs of the party. And the party internal structure, being that the governor is like the leader of the party, since they don't have any national officer. The governor and others have said, no, your tenure as expert has set up a caretaker committee. He refused and continued. Yesterday, the Federal High Court just reaffirmed what the Supreme Court has said, that the party affairs, moreover, when it comes to membership and leadership of a political party, is their internal affairs, putting into consideration, much especially when the process to which they emerge is not flawed. Then you have the court doesn't have jurisdiction over such matters. So it's very clear and it's out of it. Now, yes, I agree with you, it has put Obi in a very tight corner, because a lot of people are saying that, and Atiku has said in the last 2 weeks or so that he's not going to step down. And people does not appreciate the fact that Atiku will not step down. And if Labour Party is put in place, people will want to urge Obi to go back to the Labour Party. And that will be the end of ADC. So the ADC should talk to Atiku to step down and be call it a kingmaker, call it whatever. He should just do that and let the South take its 4 years. And maybe 2031, if you so wish to contest, fine, he can give it a term, because he definitely will go to the North. But as it is 2027, no. So that is where the ADC will have a very serious challenge. If you notice, they have been dodging that question. If you interact with them and ask them, they will dodge that question. But the earlier you decide that, the more confidence you build in Nigerians to say, okay, yes, this is the direction. And that's why PDP quickly, decided that the presidency has been zoned to the south from 2027 to 2031. And it has given, some kind of direction to people. If not for these other issues that we are facing, we would have gone very far in terms of all that we would have achieved by now. So that is clear.
Now let's take a look at the prediction of Dr. Hakeem Dati Ahmed that spoke about if Atiku becomes the presidential candidate for ADC, there will be a collapse. Do you think that prediction is going to come to be, or is just mere words?
No, it's not mere words. I have had the opportunity to meet Dr. Dati, and he's very correct. And when I mean very 100% correct. And that's why I earlier said Atiku should appreciate Nigerians for the opportunity given in all these years and step aside. He should respect the South. Today as it is, Atiku is insulting the sensibility of the southern region by wanting to shortchange them. Why not allow these 4 years to go? You have not been all these years. If you don't be now, will you die? And Dati Ahmed is very correct about that. That is to tell you that Atiku is standing alone. The North is not with him. They not appreciate the fact that this relationship they have with their brothers in the South should continue, and it's working. So that is it. But Atiku want to distort it, want to destroy it because of his own ambition.
Not for the
people.
Nation.
Not for the people. So if you look at it, and that's why that came up straight, and that is what people like us are expecting, that the ADC would tell him that, see, come, you are a leader, please step aside. Let's leave it for Southern candidate to just tool over it and see whoever that emerge, take it and fly the party ticket. But immediately I think we'll take that party ticket, that day the party will die. I 100% agree with Dr. Dati on that.
We can't have this kind of conversation and not go back to your home state, Rivers.
Exactly.
As it stands today, I mean, your governor has officially moved to the APC. Yes. Some people say that has become the undoing of Minister Wike because he never saw that coming, or at least he never calculated it into his strategy going into 2027. However, he has said that, look, your defection from the PDP to the APC is not a guarantee of second term for you. But it appears, as they say in structured work environment, that, look, Fubara jumped over the head of Wike to the president, so it appears that Wike is caught in the middle or some kind. We're saying the minister running around River State recently, meeting Asari Dokubo at one point, later meeting Ateke Tom. I mean, these are prominent Ijaw leaders, you can't take that away. Again, it looks desperate on the one hand. On the other hand, does it not appear now that, politically speaking, the FCT minister is limping on one leg?
I want to totally agree with you. And you see, the governor played a very smart one on the FCT minister that made the FCT minister to press his panic button. So immediately press his panic button, and that's why you saw him moving from one local government to the other in the name of Thanksgiving, which is against the Electoral Act, Section 84, going around in the guise of whatever. INEC has not lifted ban for political campaign because at the end you say support the president. We're on their mandate. It's wrong. So the governor played a smart one by rushing to make sure that he's able to meet with the president and get protection. It's all about protection. And that's why when I saw what happened, I said it will be the undoing of APC in River State if they fail to protect the governor. Because believe you me, I've said it in this platform, several platforms, that River State is a blue-blooded PDP state. The only thing that today will make them have that kind of result that does not have blood, not like the 2023 River State result that came for the president, that is blood stained with blood. If they want to have clean result, that means they must protect the governor. Because the governor went there primarily for the purpose of protection. The president is aware of that. The party is aware of that. But today, the actions and the inaction of the APC national and the silence of the president is no longer golden.
So we can say at this point categorically that Governor Fubara is not being protected by the APC.
Yes, from what we're saying, he's not being protected. Otherwise, he has sacrificed to join you. The FCT minister has not joined you. The FCT minister is unhappy with the fact that the governor has bypassed him to join the APC, to meet with the president and to, join the APC. He's not happy with that fact. It's like the governor beat him to his calculus on how to, put him on his knees. So he's not happy, and that was why he pressed his panic button as he started seeing the reaction and so on and so forth. Yes, but the APC, as we speak today, as we are observing, has failed in protecting him. So even Rivers people are saying, what is the essence of going to the APC?
But by extension, does that not also mean that the APC might not be able to protect those other governors that moved from the PDP?
No, that is it. Because they are watching. We are beginning to hear some rumors. To the extent the national chairman said there is no automatic ticket for you to join, for any governors that have joined the party and so on and so forth.
So you still have to go to the field.
So you still have to go to the field. So you see that there's issue. And this issue will lead to implosion. And if not properly managed from top to bottom, APC will lose. Because they will be aggrieved. They went there. See, my brother, I want to be honest. They didn't go there because they want to connect with the national as they claim. I will not use it. They are all lying. All they went there for is protection. The protection they are going there, if they don't get it, they will be aggrieved. And some of them might work against the party. So, if you have guaranteed them protection, give them the protection. Otherwise, your party will pay for it. And that is what will happen exactly in Rivers State. If APC fail to protect the governor, because it is clear the governor went there for protection. He said he's fed up with the conditions given to him. And I've said in one or two platforms, I said even the FCT minister's own son cannot and will not be able to keep to those conditions. For crying out loud, this is a family man. This is a man that has his own, a grown-up man. You are telling him, giving him all those conditions. He has even sacrificed the local government chairman to you. You are still insisting, for crying out loud. Even though Machiavelli said there is no morality in politics, it doesn't mean that we Africans, we have that innate culture of having morals. So we should enshrine it in our political, culture too. So that's why the governor went there. And today, the murmuring that is going on in Rivers State is like the governor should go back to the APC, and if they want to kill him, they should kill PDP. If they want to kill him, they should kill him, because the APC has failed to protect him. The presidency silence is no longer good. The president also has failed to protect him. So the people are beginning to be angry. The sympathy they have for the president, they are beginning to stand on one leg to say, the president must have given him assurance for him to have come to address Rivers people and said he's going to have free hand to govern. Then the next thing we are seeing is that no statement from the president that seems to be protecting him and his office, no statement from the party national. Right. In fact, the other day, the national publicity secretary was, when I watched that, I know that if they don't protect him, I'm assuring you, even though they try to get the bloody result they had in 2023 from Rivers State, they will not get it this time. Because the people are that sentimental about what is happening in Rivers State today. Right. And unhappy with the fact that they have sacrificed. It's like doing removing the blood of the Rivers people. Because it's in our DNA PDP. Now they are removing it. They want to remove it to join the APC just because they want you to protect the governor. And you have failed to do that. They will fail you.
All right, Ekiti has election this year. Osho has election this year. That's actually the crux of this conversation. The PDP is playing second fiddle at best at this point in time. Is that not pathetic and a pointer to what the PDP might also put up as a performance in 2027?
You see, you can't use that to compare what the PDP will be in the 2027. It's unfortunate that we have this situation at this point in time. We've not been able to resolve them, right? And because they are, they have to do with the courts, And we hope that the court will, be very quick in addressing this issue, considering the fact that we are going into election year very soon, But the Ekiti own, as we speak today, the party is still on it. Just like what happened to the court, the order the court gave concerning the FCT ADC candidates.
Right.
It might come up. But it's unfortunate that we've gotten to this point whereby our own candidate's name will not appear on the ballot box. It's quite unfortunate, and that should not be used to judge us for the 2020 because the truth remains that Nigerians are in love with PDP. Nigerian believes in PDP because we have been in love with them, and they reciprocated it, and go anywhere they will tell you our 16 years is the best.
All right, now quickly now before we wrap it up, now with all of these challenges facing the PDP, do you think there is still hope again? You will all rise above all of these challenges and come out stronger?
Definitely. That is the essence of challenges. When you're able to, definitely this is a challenge, no doubt about that, but we will come out of it refined, very refined, because now most of them we have seen some of the things that are not in public domain are coming out, and we have identified the fact that a lot of our leaders are greedy. In fact, why I'm not even that in fully support of the present Taraki NWC is because it's in the hands of only two persons, Bala Mohammed and Shea Makinde, and that is what we have been avoiding.
The strongman politics.
Yes. That is what is killing our internal democracy within the political party. And because a lot of Nigerians don't want to participate at the party level, they are only concerned at the general election level.
Right. Putting
these two factors is affecting our internal democracy. So looking at it, these challenges we are facing today, believe you me, we'll overcome it, and we'll come out very strong and make Nigerians proud that has always kept faith and hope alive with us.
Okay.
All right, we'd like to say a big thank you to you. We wish PDP the best. We hope PDP bounces back to its foot. But we would like to appreciate our guest this morning. Warmate Daboikiabo is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, as well as a political analyst who has come to shed light on not just his party, the PDP, but also the political space and the evolution that we're now witnessing in our country. Well, this is what we're leaving the conversations this morning. Everyone would like to say a big thank you to you as well, reminding you as always that the views of our guests across all of our programs, including here on Global Morning, are their opinions. I am Uyi Agmofwegbe.
And I am Jumaine Manson. Thank you all so much for being a part of the program. And our guest again, thank you for your wheels of knowledge on the topic of discuss. Have an amazing day ahead. From Uyi and I, we say bye-bye.